afternoon. So it's nice and sunny and not so windy, which is good. It was pretty blustery yesterday, which luckily everything here is still in one piece. Came down in the week and made sure that we tidied everything down and kind of got rid of anything that was flapping about, so we're all in one piece. So this weekend's task is going to be the compost heaps, because they're pretty dormant, and I've got a feeling that this one probably has some decent compost in the bottom, and this one is just a bit dormant and not doing anything. So I think we'll take the fronts off the pallets, see what's what, swap things over, and then I've got a load of paper that I've been strimming, taking out all the little plastic bits from the envelopes so we don't get that in there. We've got some hay and we've got some more kitchen waste, so we'll get these tidied out and then see if we can get it functioning properly. I've got a compost thermometer which I've got over in the polytunnel to see how the hotbed's doing, but we'll be able to keep an eye on this then and see if we can get this turning over properly. So let's see how we get on. So as you know, last week we made the hotbed, and so when we put it in, it was about, I don't know, 2 or 3 degrees in the middle of it. So I just popped in now to have a quick look, and we're up to about 20 degrees, which means we're heading towards the point of it being warm, which is pretty good. Just the fronts of these pallets are just held on with a screw on each side, so we'll go and grab a screwdriver, we'll whip these off, and then we should be able to see, you know, what it's like at the bottom and how far down we might need to go before we get to something we can take out. It's great to see just how many worms are wriggling around in here. So it's worth just talking about the sort of stuff that we're putting in to the compost. So obviously this is just sort of kitchen waste, so we've got tea, coffee grounds, eggshells, all stuff from the kitchen. So we're not doing bokashi because that needs fermenting and stuff, so this is just vegetables and coffee grounds and stuff. And then got like trimmed paper, bits of card. We've also got some bedding and some chicken bedding from a neighbour who cleans the chickens out and gives it to us. So combining them, you want like a 50-50 or a 60-40 mix of green and brown. So brown is things like paper, cardboard, that sort of thing. Whereas green is your stuff, your potato peelings and your carrots and so on. So if you have too much of this and not enough of the brown, then you don't get the right balance, and then that's when it starts getting smelly and sticky and a bit grim. And if you have too much paper and card and brown and not enough green, then you don't actually get any sort of microbes in that working, and therefore you don't actually get any compost. So equal quantities basically. So this is going to take way longer than an afternoon, let's be fair, but I just thought I'd sieve off some of the compost further down, just to see, and this is exactly what we're looking for. You know, it's mad to think that this was just carrot peelings and stuff. It's full of worms, which is fine, all good, lovely and broken down. It's going to be brilliant for the plants and stuff. But yeah, it's not going to be as quick a job as I thought of just swapping things over and we'd be done. I think we need a couple of afternoons of extracting this lovely good stuff and then resetting the pile once we've got some of this, because then we can sprinkle some of this on our beds in the polytunnel and on the other ones, give them a right good start. That's lovely. It smells of just of earth, you know, there's no smell of like all the grimness that that we were dropping down over the months. Brilliant. So I was going to use this, which is a little tool we use for like breaking up soil, but it was also breaking up the worms, which isn't good, so we just fashioned this little frame with a wider grating, and hopefully that will work a treat. So out of that one pellet square compost heap, we've got 1, 2, nearly 3 of these kind of half builder sacks, which is mad. Imagine buying all of that compost and it's like proper full of microbes and worms and stuff. It's not just like the crappy stuff you'd buy in knot cuts or whatever. Well, that's a win. And then we've emptied this one, layered it up, so we can start that one again. And tomorrow we will empty some of that in and put the sides back on, tidy up.